10-123, assuming no air resistance and a ball always thrown at 7 feet above the ground with an initial velocity of 120 feet per second, at what angle should the ball be released in order to go to the maximum distance? Okay, well, let's go ahead and start by drawing a diagram. So in my diagram, I know I'm 7 feet above. I know that I have an initial velocity of 120 feet per second. I want to find out this angle. So I'm going to go ahead and write my horizontals. My horizontal would be x of t equals, it would be 120 for the initial value or the initial velocity, cosine theta of t. And my y of t would be, have to take in part of the gravity, the acceleration of the gravity, plus 120 sine theta, I don't have the angle, t, and then it's 7 above. So now what you need to do is you need to go ahead and solve for when it would hit the actual ground is what you're actually looking for. So I need 0 in here. 0 equals negative 16t squared plus 120 sine theta t plus 7. You need to go ahead and solve for t. What I did is I went ahead and completed the square. Another thing you could do is use the quadratic formula. Either way, you need to solve for t. Now, the reason you need to solve for t is because you're going to have to graph that to find a maximum. You're looking for a high point here. So, and because you have theta, you're not going to be able to actually just find a number. So what you need to do is either complete the square or the quadratic formula. So I'm going to leave that up to you. So either complete the square or the quadratic formula to solve for t. So go ahead, pause the video, and undo the pausing when you are ready to see what t equals. All right, so t equals 15 sine theta plus or minus the square root of 225 sine squared theta plus 7, and divide this by 4. Now, what you need to do is carefully go, you need to be in a function, and you need to carefully go ahead and put this into your calculator. Make sure you have parentheses around that numerator, and you're only going to do the plus. So now that you've carefully added it, an appropriate window would help you for this. So just to make sure, I did my x min, I actually did at -1. You could probably go back, let's go to -10. Your x max, I went to 100. And if your graph fits in this window, you should be okay. The scaling I did by 5, that doesn't matter. The y min, do a -10. And the y max, go up to 500. Okay, so if that fits in there, what you need to now do is you need now to look at your graph. You should have a graph that starts up here and comes back down. Okay, what you're needing to do, because you want to maximize a situation, you need to find this vertex. So go ahead and use your calculator by finding a maximum by doing second trace maximum. So second trace max, get on the left hand side of that, press enter, then make sure you're on the right hand side, enter, enter, and your point up here is 44.56, that and then you have 456.946, so 95. So what this point is telling you is this: at 44.56 degrees, that is your maximum if it hits the ground, to hit the ground on here. How far will it go? It will go 456.95 feet. Okay, here's the thing. Are you a baseball player? Here's what you need to know. If you want to throw at a max distance where that would actually end up here at a height of 7 feet at the end, then you need a 45-degree angle. So your angle up there would be 45, but in this case, for it to actually hit the ground, it'd be 44.56 because of the 7 feet above the ground.